Ken Mingus. Welcome back to Mingus on Tech, our special Apple event edition. I've got Keith and Mike with me again to talk about Christmas in September, basically. For anybody who's an Apple fan, as you probably know, Apple unveiled the iPhone 7, a couple of new models, the 7 and the 7 Plus, and the new Apple Watch Series 2, if you're an Apple Watch fan. And I'm going to play Hamlet because I've got a perfectly serviceable iPhone 6s Plus. It's only a year old, and I'm trying to decide if I really want to upgrade. Mike is convinced that I will upgrade.
Can always.
Oh, please!
Always
Here's the photo. Here's a photo of what.
It needs to have an apple on it.
Just hang
I want this.
Hang that up.
All right, I'm a sheep. Okay, great. Okay.
Because and I'm going to explain why. You said because going into this event, you told me before this live stream.
Oh no, the secret is out. No,
I'm probably not going to buy the iPhone 7. I'm probably not going to buy it.
I'm
going to wait till the iPhone 8 because it's the 10th. It's going to be the 10th anniversary. You are the perfect person for that iPhone upgrade program, where you just get a free one every year.
Well, it's not free.
Well, you get a new one.
Pay monthly. Yeah. Well, I get a new one every year anyway. But this could very well be. The 1 year that I don't upgrade while I wait for the completely redesigned, all glass and whatever screened iPhone 8 next year.
This is where you're gonna stick to that. You're gonna be so resolute on that until you see the iPhone that I bring in.
Okay, well, I will admit that yesterday, in anticipation of today's events, that I did go ahead and pay off the iPhone 6s Plus, just in case.
Exactly.
I did suss out on Gazelle and Nextworth what it might be worth.
It's totally fine.
Should I decide to upgrade, because it's important to be ready.
We need one of those sound effects.
And I've got until Friday to decide.
We need one of those sound effects that's like dun dun dun, like for the time that you are actually not going to buy something.
Come back in 2 weeks.
Right,
whether
tell
I
us
what I like about that graphic is it doesn't apply to me because I have to write the reviews.
That's right. For him, it's a business decision. And he really would not normally upgrade.
And he has to be objective and fair and
right.
Objective
totally,
and fair.
Totally.
Well, let's not go overboard.
All right, so what? Tell me why you weren't even waffling before. I mean, tell me what are the features of the new iPhone 7 that really got you to jump over that cliff?
I'll be honest with you. I think it's the camera, and I'm not. I mean, if you do any kind of photography, and I'm not by any means, professional photographer, but my phone goes with me wherever I go. And I do tend to whip it out and take pictures, right and left. Hey, and family show. And the camera, especially the 2-camera system, and of course the 7 Plus, and the wide focal angle, the telephoto, the color gamut, all of it to me I was really impressed by that.
Taking very up close shots has always been pretty difficult. I'm not sure if this is really going to help that. The depth of field stuff that they were doing on the 7 Plus, where there's now 2 cameras in the phone instead of one. We had a camera from the gift guide last year, that Lytro camera. I think I discussed this with you on your show, where you could actually do it, and then they had the software where you could change focus.
After the fact,
they didn't say that. They didn't say you could change the focal depth, but they did say that it did provide that 2-image versus 1.
You're talking about the Apple phone now?
Yeah. He didn't say anything about the software where you could then switch. I think that would probably be at another announcement if they ever did that.
Well, there's something that, as I recall, it's software that allows you to see it. Let's say you're taking a portrait and you want to have the background blurred so that the subject of the portrait stands out.
Yeah.
I.e. a portrait.
Well, you can do the depth of field post.
Yeah.
The camera shows it to you in real time what that will look like.
Do you own a DSLR camera though?
I do not.
You do not. So it might make sense because again, it gets you closer to that professional photography angle. I don't either, but my wife does, and so I don't know if she's gonna she's probably not gonna be excited about this when she's got that other device. In fact, she wants to upgrade her DSLR camera later this year.
I'm definitely looking forward to that camera. I mean, I went out and I bought the Osmo Mobile from DJI.
Yeah.
And that's
that's the stabilizer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to putting that through its paces.
And you're the drone guy too. You love taking all those sorts of drone photos and videos, things like that.
The one thing that they didn't talk about with the camera that I had seen a lot of speculation beforehand was whether it would take 4K at 60 frames per second. I know that was one of the things that if you're into video and can do 4K, note to Apple, if you're going to have a 4K phone, can you get Apple TV to like push 4K to my TV, because I've got a 4K
No,
TV
it's still
and a
at-
4K phone, but Apple TV doesn't do that. And
It's still at 30 frames per second. I'm sure if they actually upgrade it,
Yeah.
if they go, they'll upgrade the Apple
They could
TV
push that, yeah.
eventually.
I would hope so.
Next year,
I would
whatever.
hope so.
They're probably waiting for the adoption to
I
become
know,
greater.
it's a chicken and egg thing, but I'm still hoping for an Apple TV that does 4K. Maybe in October when they hopefully announce new MacBook Pros.
And you'll say, I'm not going to buy
I'm not
anything
gonna
from
buy
this
a new
one.
MacBook Pro. And
All right, let's switch to the other big announcement,
Yeah.
which was, as expected, there's no
The
more
Apple Watch?
there's no more headphone jack
Oh, yeah,
on
right.
on the new one.
I have Bluetooth headphones now. This
Okay.
is a non-issue.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's a sort of, I mean, for me, it's a non-issue. For a lot of people, obviously, it's an issue. But I mean, really,
Yeah, my Facebook feed.
let's just hang on to our phonographs and play 45s in
See
in
now,
the
see,
basement.
yeah.
Okay?
So your defense of
Forget
them
CDs
no, and
and
this is what this
DVDs
is
and
what
streaming
No.
and-
So right. So if you
This is
don't
when
like
the
the
Civil
fact
War
that the headphone
starts.
jack is gone,
Come
then
on,
you're,
Gramps,
you're
get
just a
off my
grandpa,
lawn.
and you're just
Gramps, get
and
off my
come
lawn.
on,
My
everybody.
My Facebook
like,
feed is literally
Yeah.
filled with people
You can
worrying
have,
about.
the phone comes with an adapter.
But there's
everything
other
you could
there's,
need
there's
to
other
continue
devices
using
that
your
there's-
ancient devices.
There's other devices beyond the headphone that use that headphone jack. For example,
Yeah.
there was a thermometer that we tried last year that that takes your temperature.
There is
and it uses
an
the headphone.
adapter.
Okay.
A free adapter. If you like adapters, you're good.
Is it?
Just
Oh, it is
the
free?
fact that they've
I don't like
included the
adapters.
adapter.
No, I
is
just
a
don't.
big step.
I just don't like someone
You heard
making,
Johnny Ive say
no, defending
it's
it,
all about
defending their
wireless.
decision by going, well, it's one word.
Is
and
it
it's
defending?
courage. And we have the courage. No,
Paging
you
Dan
have
Rather.
the arrogance.
Dan, yeah.
It's arrogance that they have.
It's
Yeah,
courage.
but
getting
I've
rid
heard
of
the
it.
Into the
argument
future.
before. I've
Boldly
heard this
into the
argument
future.
before. The floppy disk, I heard that
where no
argument.
man or
The
woman is
removable
going to be
optical disc, I've heard that before.
Maybe I'm old, right? Maybe I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
old,
It's
and I
just-
just
it's-
like but
People
again,
like to hold on to
I-
certain things,
I
and then
hated
they
it
just
more
don't
when they
let
went
it
from
go.
the 30 pin to the Lightning, because
And
again,
yeah,
I
the
had
Lightning,
all
the
these
30
That was a
accessories
bigger
Lightning.
disruption.
that are
I think
useless
that's a bigger
now.
disruption. I
Right.
agree. I agree with you
Right.
that was.
And I think even so then they what was it, the AirPods that they
AirPods.
ear
yes.
AirPods that
They sort of
that
look
are
like
now
the thing
wireless.
Uhura used to wear on Star Trek. You know, the
Yeah.
little thing that sticks out and it does.
All of the ones that came with the iPods.
I want those too, by
All
the
those
way.
earbuds that
I
came
want the
I don't
AirPods.
use any of
They'll
them.
be perfect in the
because
gym.
there's
I
a
want
there's
those.
a billion other devices out there that will probably do headphones better than whatever they come on. And I'm not and I liked how they said it was only $159.
Yeah,
for these-
such a deal.
It's like
Practically nothing.
Do they know that like $159
And see,
is a lot of money still for a lot of people?
Then you won't have to worry about lightning connectors or
and
audio
then my
phone
Twitter
jacks.
stream was all making jokes about how they're going to lose them in about 5
Well, there
minutes.
is that. They need to have a Find My AirPod app so
Yeah.
that when you lose them, you can find them under the couch cushion or in the car or wherever. Nonetheless, so
All right,
I'm still
all right,
debating
I've
about
got
the
my
iPhone
rant
7.
out. I got my rant out about the ear.
So about the iPhone 7.
But that's because it's
I'm
now
still
water
debating.
resistant instead
Well,
of
it is-
waterproof.
Right, exactly.
There's
well, I
a
don't
big
draw,
difference,
I don't
right?
swim. You swim. You know.
But I've used the first generation Apple Watch to go swimming and stuff, and I haven't had any issues.
Right.
But this one should be for actual dedicated swimmers.
But you've never
where-
like lost your phone in the water in a pool. or
No.
anything like that?
Dropped
I've,
it in the
never, I've
toilet?
never brought my phone in the water with me. It's just the
Yeah,
Apple Watch. We're
yeah,
talking about the watch
yeah,
itself,
yeah.
not the.
But
not the
so
phone.
you've never dropped it in the toilet?
No.
neither have I.
No.
But yeah.
And I don't plan to start now.
But I mean,
don't usually.
Samsung still
I don't
has
usually
that.
have my phone
they can
out
still
while I'm
they
in the
can still
bathroom
run
like
lots of
that.
commercials now showing all of the spraying of the water that's going to happen
Yeah.
with all these smartphones.
You know, people are
that-
going to do that. Well, you know what? As soon as the watch came out, people went swimming with it. We're
Yeah.
video showing the video.
I do like on the new watch how they did show that little animation where that it's going to spit out the water.
Yeah,
At
the
the end, the
speaker.
speaker-
Somebody tweeted that the speaker that the Apple Watch vomits now. If there's water that gets in there, it pushes it out. We should switch gears real quick to the Apple Watch.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because once again, I really like the ceramic Apple Watch, but I have a feeling it's going to be really, really expensive. And for what the new Apple Watch 2 does that my watch doesn't do now, there's not a lot of value add for me. However, if you are a swimmer, if you run, if you hike,
Yeah,
notice I'm
what I
pointing
like-
to Mike.
what I like
Mike's
about-
going to be getting a new Apple Watch. I can assure you.
Yeah, what I like
that.
about the Series 2 is the fact that it does have the built-in GPS. So now it becomes a.
So you don't have to have your phone with you.
You don't have to have your phone on you for the more accurate tracking. So
Right.
so it becomes a self-contained fitness device.
You take your music with you with your AirPods.
Right, because now you can you can store. I mean, before you could store the music on the watch, but before, if you want more accurate tracking, you have to take your phone with you.
Right.
So why use that space on the watch for music when you can just use what you have on your phone with you? But now, because of the built-in GPS, you can leave your phone behind and still get the most accurate
So when
tracking.
you go out and when you go running, would you generally leave your phone behind?
No, I would put on an armband.
No, but I mean with the new watch, you would just leave the phone.
Oh, but now, because there's no reason to take it.
But then you don't have anything to listen to.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you can actually download music to your watch.
Yeah, see, before
how much space do you?
It's like 8 gigs. 8 gigs
Is it 8?
total.
I thought it was
Well, it's
4,
8 gigs
4,
of total, but you know,
Is
what I
it
mean?
like the
it
old
uses
iPod
some of that
Shuffle?
space.
Enough
for,
songs that you could go for a long run and you'd have plenty of music.
Now, if you get
with
lost on the hike and you don't have your phone and you need to call for help, can you still call? Can you call for help with the watch or no?
I don't
No,
think so.
it doesn't have the cellular.
So you're gonna take the phone with you. In case
Well,
you get lost on that
not
hike.
running around the neighborhood. Certainly not running around the gym now.
Hopefully, he's not going to get lost in the gym.
But you're not
It's
going to
just
get
a loop.
So what do you
just
need the
go around and
GPS for on
around.
a regular run around the neighborhood? Just to track your run because
Right.
you
It's
need to
better
tell
tracking.
everybody on Facebook how awesome you are when you're running.
It's that too.
Is that what you do?
That's a given.
I don't do
But
it,
it's
but I got a lot of people
but
that
it's very
do.
clear, at
Is that
least
what
for
you do?
now, based on what Apple is, at least what they talked up at the event about the Apple Watch Series 2, that they're really got the bullseye on like the fitness trackers,
Right.
You know, Fitbit, some of the others, because this was all about fitness.
Yeah.
You know, the Apple Watch, Nike. You know, again, they showed the people swimming and how they've done the software so to better calculate how many calories you're burning, and the other features that they were really touting was really, I mean, if you, as you said, if you're a couch potato, what does the watch do for
Doesn't
you?
do it.
The
Doesn't do much for me.
ceramic
Although I can play
version
Pokemon Go
Don't
apparently.
scare me. Don't
Yeah,
scare
but
me.
only later on in the fall.
I'd like to note my birthday is coming up Sunday, so if anyone wants to take note of that when he's talking about the ceramic watch,
The ceramic watch retails for $12.49.
never mind.
Jeez,
okay,
wow.
well, I guess I'll be stuck with Old Faithful here for a while.
Serious
longer,
business,
you know?
that.
But boy, that's a nice looking watch.
It is. It really is. But I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the Apple Watch growing up from like a smartwatch with fitness capabilities to an actual full-fledged.
Well, you had issues
fitness
with the
watch.
original watch when you were doing workouts.
Right.
in terms of
Yeah. It wouldn't.
keeping track of blood
I use it to lift weights often, and it just.
It never got your heartbeat right.
No, not until version 3 of the software.
Yeah.
Version 3 of the
And that
software.
seems to be improved?
Oh, like night and day.
Okay.
So yeah, it's absolutely between version 3 and now the new capabilities. I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, for my part, version 3 just offered new life to the. I didn't think it was possible. I thought they would have to upgrade the hardware for
which they've done. What is it? A dual core
no,
chip?
what I
in the
mean,
watch?
what I mean for the first generation,
Okay.
but version 3 of the WatchOS made it so that it's usable. You can actually use it now without sitting there waiting for apps to load, while the display turns off. So it's so version Series 2 is now faster.
Do you know
It
which
has
of these you're
built-in
going to get?
GPS.
Which one of those jumps out?
No, I had
Not the ceramic
I didn't
version,
even
I
watch
assume.
the entire keynote.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm looking forward to watching that once I get home and then seeing based on that. But I'll tell you what, it's not going to be the ceramic one.
Okay. Because of the price?
Because of the price.
If the price was like $5.99,
Then I'd
aesthetically
probably,
you're okay with the ceramic. It's the price that sets you
right.
back.
Well, it's like 4 times. What does they say? It's 4 times tougher than steel.
And it's the same hardware.
This may be
So-
the longest discussion about ceramics that we've had on the show.
Well,
Well,
as long
Wait
as
till we
you
get
keep
into our
track.
pottery edition.
Overall,
I can't wait for the Ghost
overall,
reenactment.
how did you feel about the event? Just
What was interesting
from
is
Apple as a company, because it feels like they're just kind of playing it safe.
well, we've
and-
talked
you know.
about this last year. Basically, everything that Apple talked about, other than a few tidbits, had been previewed. We knew it was going to be the iPhone 7, the dual cameras, more storage space. We assumed the prices would stay about the same. A new Apple Watch with some of the
the only surprise was the announcement about Nintendo and Mario being on the new game for that, right?
Which just
Did you?
right over
Oh,
the
that
head?
going right over your head. But I mean,
I saw it.
It's
but
a big deal.
didn't-
It's a big deal in the world of gaming.
We mentioned
at
it
least.
when we did the Pokemon. I actually mentioned
think
that.
we did in that
Pokemon
show.
on the watch. I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh,
You're going to be like,
You
That's
have,
an-
look,
you're going to be
you have-
running into trees while looking at your watch.
You have
Well,
months to.
if you don't play
before
that
that even
much,
comes
so
out.
I know, well, it's
you're
not
still.
till later
It's
in the
either
year.
looking down at your phone or getting an alert when you're walking on the phone. For the people that are really into that game, it's a nice feature.
All right, so back to as for today's event, I would give it a B plus in terms of
we should
and
go
I'm-
back on every time we do one of these just to see what grade you give. I don't think you've
Remember-
ever given
remember the-
anything lower than a B or a B
Well,
minus.
it's a B plus. I mean, look at the hardware. Look at what they're releasing.
I just wish they would come out with a device that no one's ever heard of or no one's expected. And maybe you can't in this environment now with Twitter and leaks and all that other stuff.
Well, probably if you
like they
thought
were
of
making
it, someone else
the
has.
opening video with James Corden. He made fun of the fact that that there's iPhone leaks all the time and all the news comes out.
Well, that's the whole point. I mean, the surprise,
I don't think they care anymore
The
about-
surprise that used to be there when Jobs was there.
It's
I
not-
do miss that.
It's not that they don't care. It's just they're so they have to make so many of these.
The supply chain is so leaky, it's impossible.
And the supply chain is so leaky. I mean, because it's not like
it's all coming out of
but don't
China.
you? I mean, don't you wish they actually had said like, oh, and by the way, here's our new VR headset.
Yes,
but like, holy crap, that's great, or it's great that you're getting into something that's not something the
same. But can you imagine that at the end of something like this? I mean, this thing would have gone on another 2 hours.
The internet would explode if they did something like that.
It exploded anyway. Did you look at Twitter during the event?
I did. I don't know. Maybe
so. A B+, and you would give it a D-?
No. It's a C. It's just like every other event that they do.
Okay.
They always say this is the best phone we've ever made.
It is.
This is the best thing that we've ever done.
And it is.
You know, and you just feel bad about the ones that you bought 2 to 3 years ago. You're like,
I guess feel bad at all. This is a
my device is crap
serviceable
now.
phone, which will make someone else a love.
Just
I mean,
the
well,
use of
if
the
hyperbole,
he's literally changed his mind over the course of the show.
If I were to sell it, they'd be very happy.
Fantastic.
Still thinking. I've got until 3 a.m. on Friday morning.
They still haven't made any MacBook announcements or any new computers.
We'll be back next month.
Says you. Did you get your invite?
Want to bet? No.
We didn't get our invite for this one either.
Apple, by the way, we're waiting for our invite.
Still waiting for our invite for this event.
Really? Come on.
Yeah, we'll get the invite to this event.
All right, B+ for
next
me.
week.
C for you
I'd
for
say
the event.
C. Yeah, C.
C+?
C. No, C.
Right. And Mike?
I got a C. So I have to look at the keynote.
So you're going to hold off
But you know what?
now.
The
incomplete.
Well, my knowledge of it is incomplete. I'm looking for. Thanks. I'm looking forward to reviewing these products. Is basically what it comes down to.
I'm looking forward to reading your reviews.
The last couple, I don't think you haven't given it an A lately.
Well, because of the leaks. Everybody knows
like,
what's coming.
Do?
All right, so I think that'll do it for now. That's our update on
sure?
the. That's it. Yeah.
That's it?
Anything else you wanted to?
Let me see.
Any last thoughts on the Apple Watch 2 or the iPhone 7?
No, I'm just looking forward to it. I'm just surprised. Like I said, we didn't get any event invites.
I really wish I could get a good night's sleep on Friday night rather than have to get up at 3 in the morning to pre-order.
Oh, please, you're going to be up. It's again. He changed his mind in the course of 20 minutes.
All right, as I said, we're wrapping it up. That's it for this year's Apple event. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that's me. Keith.
The event was not bad.
All right, thank you. And on that note, that is a wrap.